So, boys and girls, this week when you practice writing your sentence, I want you to try to focus on adding some verbs to your sentence. Remember that verbs are the words in the sentence that tell us what someone or something is doing. So, let's take a look at our pictures here. The first little picture shows a girl. She likes to cook. She is cooking. Play the drums. Ride, that looks like a big wheel. Ride your big wheel. And eat. All of those words, cook, play, ride, and eat, show action. Remember, verbs tell us what someone or something is doing. It's the action that they're doing in the sentence. Okay? When we did verbs earlier this year, we read this book, When a Leaf Blew In by Steve Metzger and illustrated by Kelly Lewis. As I read you this book, I want you to listen for those words that are verbs and tell us action that's happening in our story. Okay? When the leaf blew in. When the leaf blew in, the cow sneezed, "Achoo!" What did the cow do? What was the action? When the cow sneezed, "Achoo!" the spider landed on the owl. When the spider landed on the owl swooped out of the barn. What action did the owl do? Did you say swooped? He swooped out of the barn. When the owl swooped out of the barn, the pig dove in the mud. When the pig dove in the mud, the goat kicked the bucket. What did the goat do? Kicked. That was his action. He kicked the bucket. When the goat kicked over the bucket, the chicken spun round and round. When the chicken spun round and round, the horse reared up and neighed. So he did two things. He reared up. That means he got up on his back legs, and then he neighed. That was the sound he made. When the horse reared up and neighed, the sheep leaped over the barrel. When the sheep leaped over the barrel, the duck jumped in the pond. One of our sight words, jumped. Put an ED on it because it happened in the past. It already happened. He jumped in the pond. When the duck jumped into the pond, the frog hopped onto a lily pad. What did the frog do? He hopped. When the frog hopped onto the lily pad, the dragonfly buzzed across the sky. When the dragonfly buzzed across the sky, the dog woke up and chased the squirrel. Squirrel looks pretty frightened. The dog looks like he wants to get the squirrel. When the dog woke up and chased the squirrel, the robin flew into the tree. There's the robin. What did the robin do? Flew into the tree. And when the robin flew into the tree, the leaf blew in. It's starting all over again. When the leaf blew in, what did it do? It landed on the cow's nose, and the cow went achoo. He sneezed achoo. See where it started? That's how our book started, when the leaf blew in. Okay, our verbs are showing action in this book. What did the cow do? He sneezed. Let's turn a couple more pages. What did the owl do? Swooped. The pig, he dove in the mud. Dove in. That's his action. Let's try one more. The chicken spun round and round. We all like doing that at recess. We like to go out there and stand and spin round and round and make ourselves a little dizzy. All right. So what I'd like you to do this week, I'd like you to write me a sentence using a verb. So let's get a picture up here. You don't have to write about a frog, but I had a picture of a frog from our subtraction and addition. So I'm going to try to write a sentence about that frog using a verb. Start with the word the. The frog hopped. It happened in the past, so I'm going to add an ED on the end. The frog hopped off the log. Okay, I'm going to put my period. All right, there's our sentence. The frog hopped off the log. What did our frog do? Hopped. That's our verb. Here's our verb right here, hopped. That's showing the action. Okay, remember when we write a sentence, we start at the left, we go to the right. I ran out of room, so I come back to the left, and I go to the right. Always start your sentence with a capital letter. Leave spaces between your words. End your sentence with the correct punctuation. We used a period for this sentence. Check your sight words. The and the are our sight words. Go to your list. Did you spell them correctly? You can sound out some of the words. At least try to get the beginning sounds. I always ask you to stretch out those words. Try to get that first sound down there, and then maybe ask a grown-up for help if you can't do it. Now, if you want to be a level 6 writer, you have to have one more sentence. The frog hopped off the log. I'll add another one. He landed. When he hopped, where did he land? He landed. I put an ED again because it happened in the past. He landed in the pond. Now, he landed in the pond. So I had the frog hopped off the log. He landed in the pond. I'm now a level 6 writer because I added 2 sentences, and those 2 sentences go together. I'm telling you what the frog did. He hopped off the log, and then he landed in the pond. Okay, now it's your turn. Try writing me a sentence using your sight words. Make sure you get a verb in there. Remember, verbs show action. Try to be a level 6 writer. Start with your capitals. Leave spaces. Add your punctuation at the end of the sentence. Don't forget to go back and check your spelling of your sight words. Please try to sound out the words, and if you need help, get a grown-up. Take a picture of your work and send it to Mrs. Behringer. I would love to see how you're writing. See you soon. Bye.